Welcome to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group right here in Tampa Bay for 23 years. Joined by his incredible co-host, Senia Akishina, realtor with Mahara and Associates, Tampa's top real estate company. Together, they have helped finance and close nearly $1 billion of real estate every year. If you're looking for local mortgage or real estate advice, the Business Happy Hour team has been right here on News Radio WFLA for over a decade. Listen right here or find us on the Business Happy Hour YouTube channel or follow us on Instagram at Frank the Bank Cotto. Now sit back, relax, and get ready for some serious mortgage, real estate, and business talk with two of Tampa's top experts. Here's Frank the Bank and Senia.
Got it. Invite set. Hey, Tampa Bay, welcome to the Business Happy Hour, your number one show for all things business and entrepreneurial right here in Tampa Bay. Going on 13 years live on 970 WFLA, 1250 WHNZ, Courier Pigeons, MySpace, all the places you can check us out online and abroad. We love doing our radio show in studio with my incredible co-host, Senia Akishina. How you doing, Sen?
Hi, Frank. I'm great. And excited to have our guest here today.
Yay.
And excited to be on the show because I missed last week.
You did miss last week.
I did miss last week, but we had a substitute from Mahara and Associates.
Turn down all your volume all the way down. Sorry, we got our Instagrammers on here. Sorry, Sen, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we need you guys turn your volumes down all the way so that there you go. Now we don't hear anybody. Volumes and mics. There you guys go. So hey, yes, I did miss you, and you threw in a proxy for you. We had a great time. I interviewed Michael. Hold on, can you pronounce his last name?
No, you do it because he probably told you like straight up.
Yes, it's Cinquamano.
Cinquamano. See, I would have butchered it a little bit. I was close, but Cinquamano.
Yes, Cinquamano, and he was great. He was a lot of fun. New to the Mahara and Associates, but not new to real estate. And we talked about some really interesting things. We had a very similar story. The way he got into real estate was actually a bad experience, right? That he had in a previous transaction that he did. And it was kind of funny because that's how my vice president, Jeff, ended up getting in the mortgage business. And then the rest was history. You know what else we found? He is from Metairie, Louisiana, which is where my wife is from.
Oh, really?
Yes, and it's a tiny little suburb right outside of New Orleans. So whenever people say, where are you from? He says New Orleans because nobody knows what the heck Metairie is. Anna, I see your invite right there. You did it great. Thank you very much. We're getting Anna and Mari on the Instagram live right now. It's a lot of fun getting this stuff going. Oh, now we got 4 faces on here. All right, so just get your volume turned all the way down, Anna, and turn your mic off if you don't mind, just on your phone. There you go. Whatever you did. Oh, started to work. So it's a little technical in here sometimes when you're trying to run the Facebook and the Instagram and the radio and all that. But there you go. Just keep getting it down all the way to the bottom. You don't need any volume on yours. And I don't know. We help her real quick, send whatever it's doing. It's echoing us over here, but that's okay.
Better? I think everybody's good now.
I think we're good. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
do you guys hear that?
Yes.
It's like, what do they call it? Silence is golden.
Finally did it.
It's amazing. So it's going to be a great show today, guys. We have never done this before on the Business Happy Hour, but this show is all about helping the Latin community. We're going to, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to ask Mari and Anna to a little Se Habla Español today. We're going to talk to our Latin listeners and to our bilingual listeners to understand that you guys have great programs. You have all the same stuff that all the white guys do over here. You know, I don't know what you want to call us, the gringos, but we have all the same stuff, and we have even better programs sometimes. And Anna is very strong in the Latin community. She's strong in real estate in Tampa Bay either way. But she has been. How long have you been in real estate?
14 years.
I knew it was that close. I was going to say 15 years. I was going to guess because I've known Anna almost since the beginning.
Correct. Since
you got in. So this is going to be fun. Anna's been on the. Wait, hold on. Have you been on the business? I think you've been on the Business Happy Hour before when we did it in my office studio.
We did, yes.
And then we did a podcast for a little while together, which was a lot of fun.
In Spanish.
Yeah. Which was a little tough for me, but my Spanish is un poquito. But we did have a lot of fun doing that. We did it with Carolina Cognetta. Yes. Yep. And she's still in real estate doing very well.
She's fantastic.
She is phenomenal.
She's a superstar.
She is. And we all stay friends and we all get along. So it was kind of funny. I was going to introduce Mari Morales from Lincoln Lending Group. Welcome, Mari, to the radio.
Thank you.
Yes. You're a pro. How many times have you done radio?
You wish. My first time for sure.
You're doing great already. But I was going to have lunch with these two wonderful ladies, and we were going to kind of form a little bit of a partnership. And then I was like, wait a minute. I'm doing the radio show right before lunch. Why are we not going to be on the radio together? So thank you so much, both of you, for coming. And Cindy, it was funny when she walked in the door. I was like, oh, I'm having Anna Vega on. She goes, Anna Vega? I did a deal with Anna. And you said it was 10 years ago?
It was over 10 years ago, but no, I just remembered you. I loved working with you.
Aww.
And I still probably get your emails. You're so good with the marketing. And
I mean,
yeah, I'm
Thank
excited
you.
to meet you face to face. I don't think we've met.
you could not have a better, commercial right there, Anna, for somebody who did business 10 years ago.
That's
and she
amazing.
remembered working with you?
We remembered the good agents, yes.
Oh, that's
We also remember the bad
I
ones.
was going to say, we remember the best. Yeah, I mean, we do both in the mortgage side because we obviously have to deal with all kinds of personalities. And you're 100% right. It's the ones that have that impact you one way or the other.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's the good. You don't have a
Well,
whole
you
lot of
hope
bad.
so.
You do. And I've got some fun stories about, every once in a while when you buck with somebody, you guys kind of butt heads a little bit. Sometimes that stuff forms the best relationships. And if we got time, I'll tell a story later in the show. But, piece of advice to all you self-employed and business owners is if you know you're right, and you know what you're doing, it's okay to stand up to the other side sometimes, and it's okay to express that opinion. I know Anna respects it. She's very knowledgeable, and her and I could talk for hours about all kinds of real estate situations. But every once in a while, as a salesperson, you're going to run into that situation where there's going to be a disagreement. And all my advice is, if you know you're right, stick to your guns, and you will be more respected in the end than just backing down. And that's kind of the moral of the story I've had it over the years. It's a couple of situations. It always works out great. So on the show, ladies, you have not, Anna, you haven't been on for a long time. Mari, your first time in radio. There's 4 segments to our show. We're in segment 1, about halfway done. Cindy and I have been doing the show about a year and a half now together. And
2
Cindy,
years. We just passed our 2 years,
Oh, my-
Frank.
Look at that.
of course, it's the lady who calls out the
We'll
guy.
remember it.
But you've been doing it so long.
Is it
that,
really? Did we just passed 2
We
years?
did.
My gosh, it does. Time does fly. So we have a little segment in the show. We do statistics. So Senia always brings real estate statistics, and we always do a comparison of month over month from the year. So we'll do December 24 versus December 25 when we do our statistics. I'm saying this right because we're in 26 right now. So it's always about a month behind, just because that's the way the data comes out to us. It's usually about a month behind. But when that happens, ladies, I want you to chime in. It's an open discussion. Everything we're saying on here is an open discussion. We want your opinions. When we get a little farther down in the show, we're going to learn a little bit about who is Mari, who is Anna, where do y'all come from, what motivates you, what brings you here into the studio, why do you provide such good customer service, why do people remember you 10 years ago from one real estate transaction? You were either the meanest person ever, or you are the best. And I know the truth. It's that you are the best.
Thank you.
And by the way, Anna, she has, I'm going to put you on the spot. You have the best Christmas party of any Christmas party when it comes to giving back and people and caring, the love at your party. I'm just going to throw this out there. Let me ask you this. How many gifts did you wrap this last year?
210.
Oh my gosh.
It is not an exaggeration. When my wife and I went for our very first time to a Christmas party, we just saw these tables and I'm like, what is that? I'm like, what? There is no way that they sat here and wrapped those presents. And then she gives them all away within about an hour and a half. And it is.
This year it took a little bit longer, but yeah.
It is the most fun mayhem you've ever been through in your
beautiful.
life. And if you're lucky enough to get an invite, you better go. I missed it again this last year, so I was very disappointed.
You were very sad that you missed it.
I was very sad that I missed. I mean, I was in Europe, so it's really, I couldn't, but if I could change anything, I would be at Anna's party. And she gives back a lot too. And that's what I love about Anna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm choking myself over here. So just for a couple minutes, and by the way, everybody, Mari is with Lincoln Lending Group. She's one of our superstar originators. And talk about customer service, Mari has quickly climbed the Frank the Bank ladder, and her and I work very closely on a lot of stuff together because I can trust Mari. I know Mari knows what she's doing, but most of all, Mari cares about her clients. Before we take a break and chat a little bit about stuff over the weekend, let's give out some contact information so they know how to get in touch with y'all, just in case you say something that's interesting and they actually want to call you, which hopefully they do. Anna, I think the easiest thing for people to remember for you is if they find you on Instagram, It's very easy. It's Anna0613. Anna0613. Super easy to remember. Anna is with EXP. She also has a company called Casa Soul, which does construction. Her husband's an amazing contractor, right? Can I say that?
Yeah.
As well. I've seen their work. I've worked with them. We've done projects together. So Casa Soul, very easy to remember there. And of course, EXP is a great company, but I want you to reach out to Anna directly. So find her by finding Anna0613. Like and share, just like we like you to do for the Business Happy Hour and for all of our Facebook and Instagrams. If you happen to be checking us out, like and share. All you boys who are chiming in, watching right now, share it out, like and share. We need more followers over here on Frank the Bank and the Business Happy Hour. And then Mari, I'm going to sound like a commercial here, Sen. I'm sorry. I'm just going and going. Mari, as an originator, I think the easiest way to find Mari is on her Facebook. And by the way, it's Mari, not Mary, okay? M-A-R-I, and her last name is Morales, so it's Mari Moore, M-A-R-I-M-O-R.
Simple.
I mean,
Nice and
super
easy.
simple, right? You're so quiet, Mari. Get up on your microphone.
I know.
There you go.
I am here, everybody. This is your girl, Mari. You always see my videos on Facebook.
Yes. Like and share those videos. That's right. So Mari Moore is her Facebook. That's how you're going to find her. And of course, Senia Akishina, my great friend and partner over here with Mahara and Associates. Sen, what if they want to call you? What do they do?
I would love for them to call me at my easy to remember phone number, 813-755-REAL.
755-REAL. Super easy. And by the way, if you forget all of this and you're driving, I don't want you to drive off the side of the road, just go to Frank the Bank and ask me, say, how about that Anna girl? I really wanted to talk to her. She seems so nice. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a group text introduction. And I'm going to say, Anna meet client, client meet Anna. And you're done. Same with you. For Mari, it may be easier. Just go to 813mortgage.com. Super easy to remember if you don't remember Lincoln Lending Group. And all you have to do is find her picture on the profile page and click it. And there you go. You're going right into Mari's information, and you have all of her information on the bottom of her picture as well. So without further ado, we're going to take a break here on the Business Happy Hour. When we get back, we are going to do some statistics and learn about these amazing ladies and how we can help the Latin community. Stay tuned. Ooh, this guy's giving us a 15-second break.
Okay.
That's
all right.
good.
So we get back. We're going to, we'll go right into statistics. We'll chat about that for about a half a segment. This is our shorter segment. And then depending on how much time we have left, we'll start with you, Anna. And basically just going to say, Anna, who are you? Where did you come from?
Okay.
Why are you doing real estate? And
Okay.
take it away. You'll probably take us through the end of the segment, and then we'll pick back up. And then I'll go over to Mari, and then we'll spend the second half of that segment and the rest.
All the best mortgage or real estate advice from Tampa Bay's top experts. It's the Business Happy Hour with Frank the Bank Cotto and Senia Akishina.
Hey friends, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour, your number one show for all things business and entrepreneurial. I am your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group and 813mortgage.com. We love that you're tuning in, and if you are watching us on Facebook and Instagram, please like and share, send it out there. We love to stay in touch with you guys. I told somebody yesterday, if you want all of the most up-to-date mortgage information and you like a little bit of extra positivity in the mornings, follow Frank the Bank, because I'm just going back to doing the Good Franken morning. We got away from that a little bit when the holidays came, and back by popular demand, people say, Frank, get on every morning and give us that quote of the day. Give us a little bit of that positive energy. We don't care about mortgages. We just like your excitement. So, okay, fine. I'm going to get on there and I'm going to start talking positivity again for you guys. And I'll tell you today, I am positive it's going to be a great show, because we've got two amazing real estate agents, two amazing mortgage people, and statistics for the month of December. Senia?
Yes, we do. Okay, so December numbers, I'll run through those.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of follow up with just, our personal feel for the market. And I'm glad you're here, because I'm just curious to see how things are going for you. So in December, our closed sales were down by about 7% in Hillsborough, up by 1.5% in Pinellas, and down by 3% in Pasco. So this is just closed sales volume, how many properties actually went to the closing table.
Okay.
The median sale price in December in Hillsborough was actually up by 2.4%, down by 5.8% in Pinellas, and down by 1.3% in Pasco. But what I also did was actually did my own calculations for the month over month because I have my November numbers, and it was actually up by almost 4% in Hillsborough, up by over 2% in Pinellas, and down just a little bit by a percent in Pasco.
Now you did November, December 25?
Well, I did that, yeah. So the month over month.
Okay.
So typically these are year over year, but I was curious to see what the change was from November to December.
Got it.
So, overall it was up by 2.5%. So this is for the 4 counties.
I like it.
Yes.
I would say it feels a little different than that.
It definitely feels different. So yes, December numbers, but now we're, past January.
Right.
And I feel that, right after the holidays, things picked up. I'm seeing that in the listings that, I have going, even for an old listing that we had from last year, I'm seeing the market definitely pick up, buyers coming out, and there's activity.
There's definitely activity, a lot of movement. That's a lot of seller credit, as you guys already know. So that's getting buyers engaged in making these purchases for sure.
Absolutely. Anna, how are you feeling about just how the market has been? Let's just go back 60 days from December to today. What are you feeling?
Definitely a shift in more movement. I agree with all of you. Last week alone, we went under contract on 5 properties, and one of those had been in the market for over 119 days.
Whoa.
And yeah, so
old inventory is
old
moving.
inventory is moving. I have a few listings that went live. One of those went under contract last night. I put on the contract another property that was actually on the market for just 5 days. We went to the open house. It was listed. It was an open house. We went to the open house with my buyer, and we submitted a few offers on the properties that he saw. We ended up going under contract on that one. We couldn't negotiate the others. I think there's still some sellers that are in a different perspective. Had the seller made the adjustment, I think we would have gone also under contract on that property because he was buying 3 homes that weekend.
Oh.
So there's definitely a pickup trend. There's some other properties that are sitting, and again, I think it all becomes a pricing issue.
Yes.
So it's definitely pricing. If the numbers are very tight, you do not see movement. But if the numbers are, if it comes at market or below market value, or if the seller is willing to and able to negotiate, we are going to be in a much better position. So yes, definitely movement.
Okay, so I'm going to throw a question out that I ask every once in a while when we have an agent on here. I think you know where I'm going with this. It's where to start the listing. It seems to be a big argument about do you in this market. I know that could change. Your answer will change, but would your opinion be that you want to list under market and create more activity and maybe even a bidding war? Or are you more of the mentality that we list at market and do what you're saying where they can ask for a lower price or negotiate? How do you feel about that?
So I'm in the business of selling homes. I am not in the business of putting overpriced markets. And I study the market. I see what type of buyers are going for. This understanding, of course, what the goal of the seller at the end is, And as much as we can push that market value, let's say properties market value, let's say is $500,000. I'm going to try to go at $475,000, $460,000. It's going to be an under market value listing. Of course, understanding the goals of the seller as well. Now, if the seller wants to give it a try at $500,000 to see how it feels in the market, I'm not opposing it as long as we give it a 2-week try.
Right.
We give it a 2-week try at $500,000. If that property ain't moving, we are not proceeding with that. We're making adjustments.
It tells you you're at the wrong price.
Yeah, we're adjusting accordingly. So, it's important that we're always have the communication from the beginning. This is not a communication that you have just during the listing. We have this communication prior to actually listing the property, being completely honest and say, this is what I foresee happening. And as long as the seller and everybody's on the same page, then you make the adjustments accordingly. But I think right now, to be more successful in this market, you do have to come in or create clear expectations to the seller. Listen, I don't think we're going to be selling at $500,000. You better be prepared to receive an offer at $475,000, $480,000, which is the actual market value in this market,
right.
However, you'll be surprised. There's some properties out there that are actually receiving multiple offers.
I'm seeing it. That's why I asked.
there's properties out there that we have been there was this specific property in Wesley Chapel that we actually bid on that property. We lost it, and now the agent never communicated that they had multiple offers, but it doesn't matter. However, they went on they had like 5 offers on it. So again, pricing strategically is definitely what will get the houses sold.
I would 1,000% agree. Sam, we only have about 40 seconds left. Should we pick up on the rest of the stats in the next segment, you think? I think you probably have a little more.
Sure. I mean, the other ones I have is just, inventory. Like inventory numbers actually went down in December.
Really?
I'm curious to see what happens in January, though, because listing activity also picked up.
Yeah.
But the buyers are there. And speaking of like the new listings, I mean, I had 2 fresh ones. I'm getting one under contract today. I mean, within a couple of days, I had multiple showing requests. I had an open house that had 20 groups come through. It almost felt like, when we were all super busy. My last weekend open house also had almost 10 groups come through, which is big. Shift from last year.
Oh my gosh.
And I've got offers on both. I mean, this
Correct.
is within the first few days I had offers.
All right. Well, on that note, the market is hot. We're going to be back here on the Business Happy Hour in just a minute. We're going to learn more about Anna and Mari. Stay tuned. So that segment goes really fast, as you can see there.
Yeah.
So we'll come back and we'll talk about inventory for a second to smooth out that the stats, and then and good chiming in, Mari. That was good. No raising hands or anything. Y'all just talk, right? If you guys have anything to say, you're not interrupting. Well, if I'm talking, I'll shut up so you can get on. And then I'm gonna back it up and be like, Anna, where are you from, Anna? How did you get into business? And then the two of you, by all means, speak Spanish on the show. Like, speak to the clients if you want to when we get into that. Talk directly to the clients, whatever you guys want to say. And yeah, we're set, James.
Welcome to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group right here in Tampa Bay for 23 years. Joined by his incredible co-host, Senia Akishina, realtor with Mahara and Associates, Tampa's top real estate company. Together, they have helped finance and close nearly $1 billion of real estate every year. If you're looking for local mortgage or real estate advice, the Business Happy Hour team has been right here on News Radio WFLA for over a decade. Listen right here, or find us on the Business Happy Hour YouTube channel, or follow us on Instagram at Frank the Bank Cotto. Now sit back, relax, and get ready for some serious mortgage, real estate, and business talk with 2 of Tampa's top experts. Here's Frank the Bank and Senia.
All right. Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. We're already having a fun, fast show over here. The ladies are chiming in. We're learning about the market. We have consensus right now that the market is hot, that things are definitely heating up. Anna just shared a strategy on how to get your house sold quickly, and that's called Don't Overprice. That's right. Columbia is in the house there. We've got, you guys have some fans following us already on the Instagram. But we do want to talk a little bit about, Sen, you were saying that the listings were down, but was that December to December? You talking about?
Was,
November
yes.
to December.
No, well, we talked about price.
Inventory.
We talked about price. Inventory, these are year-over-year numbers, which if you want the specifics, so in Hillsborough, it's 3.5 months supply.
Right.
3.6 in Pinellas and 3.4 in Pasco.
Interesting.
So I guess averaged out year-over-year, it's up by only not even 3%.
So interesting, Anna. We've talked about this a lot, and then Mari, you can always speak to this as well. But I think Sen and I are a firm believer that inventory is what's going to be driving prices going forward here. Because if we don't have enough inventory, we are seeing the buyers. There's no question. And I'll throw out a stat here a little later in this segment about what does our mortgage company see, because we gauge things based on application volume and pre-approval volume, right? So I can see the next month by seeing what's happening there. And it has been really strong, like unnaturally strong for where we are in January and February. Because, as all of us, we're all the real estate professionals in here, we know it's really spring that things start picking up. We're just now in the ramp, and like the bottom of the ramp.
We're hitting it early.
We're hitting
for
it
sure.
early.
Like normally the kind of activity, doesn't start spring till, around
March.
this time. But I mean, in January, right out the gates, I mean, we were feeling it.
I would say we're a month ahead.
I call it get ready season.
Get
ready now.
Right.
It's tax season. You're waiting for money. Don't wait for it to hit the bank. Get ready right now. This is when you call your lenders. You build that bond. You say, hey, what can I afford? What do I need to get ready?
That's right. And going to what Mari said, by the way, that's Mari Morales. You find her at Mari Moore, MARIMOR on Facebook. You have to get ready. And what we mean by getting ready is get pre-approved. Yes, you can talk to Anna, you can talk to Sen, but let's be honest, they need pre-approved people. The sellers are not going to take offers if you're not pre-approved. So don't go spin the wheels and find your dream house and then figure out how to buy it. Figure out what you can buy and then give them the data so they find you the dream house. That's literally what they do. So going back, I think we're any more on stats.
Well, for stats, I know I said the percent change year over year, but let me just give you the values for that. So median sale price in December in Hillsborough is $435,000.
Okay.
Pinellas $450,000 and Pasco $375,000.
Ooh, that's a pretty big gap.
But the one thing I was thinking, maybe we should start doing something new. Let's maybe talk about some zip codes.
Okay.
Because real estate really is hyper local.
Yes.
Just because these are medians, I mean, Hillsborough County is huge.
Right.
So I think let's pick out some zip codes and then I'll just pull my own numbers
to
kind of, give people a better, if you're in West Chase or South Tampa, these numbers are going to look different.
How about next week? Let's do North Tampa versus South Tampa.
Ooh.
How about that?
Okay.
Let's draw a line. In 2 weeks.
Because I think next week I'm going to have to skip out again. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
But I'm going to a real estate event. So
yes, that's Tom Ferry. Are you going to that?
Yes.
I knew Anna would
you
go to
are?
that.
Okay,
Yes,
perfect. I'll
for
see you
sure.
there.
You can ask Anna all about it.
Okay.
It's an interesting event. But Tom Ferry does do very good coaching, so I'll give him that. Tell him to come on the show, guys. So excuse me, Anna, let's take a step back here. I'd like the listeners to learn a little about who Anna Vega is. I know you're a pro. I know you know what you're doing, but I want the listeners to know where you're from, Anna. How did you get into this crazy game?
Oh, my Lord. So I'm originally from Colombia, South America, and I've been in this gorgeous, amazing, beautiful country it's going to be this year, 27 years. I arrived in 1999 with $300 in my pocket, and it's been a beautiful, beautiful journey that I owe so much to this lovely, lovely country, the U.S. I started building a career in marketing and public relations for about 13 years. And in 2004, I bought my first property, literally door knocking on this specific neighborhood that I wanted to live in. And I made an offer, bought my first home, 2004, and always felt extremely passionate about real estate. When I moved here to Tampa in 2010, and I bought my first home in 2011 here in Tampa Bay. I bought my home during one of the most challenging times to buy a property. And I remember everything that could go wrong with the buying process went wrong. I mean, I bought a home that was an auction. The asset manager was in Pakistan. The title company was in Georgia. The banks did not know how to do how to deal these type of loans. It was ridiculous. And so every challenge that you could imagine happened during those 35 days before I met the closing table. And I remember saying, man, I almost gave up, and I never give up. So I almost gave up, and I said, if this was challenging for me, imagine how other people that are going through this process could feel. And I said, at that moment, you know what? I'm just going to jump into real estate. I'm going to become a realtor, and I'm going to help people navigate the process of homeownership. So it took me a year. That was back in 2011. It took me a year for me to get out of the corporate world, which is where I was from, set up everything. And then once my son turned 1 year old in July, I put him on daycare 1st of August. And I immediately started for real estate. The entire month of August, September 11, I got my real estate license. I mean, I passed my exam, and as soon as I passed my exam, went to the broker, put my hang my license, and started from there. That first year, I became Rookie of the Year for the company.
Who was that company?
Coldwell Banker.
Coldwell Banker. Okay.
Yeah, will always have a very, very good special
Yeah.
place in my heart. And since then, I started in Coldwell Banker. It was beautiful. I spent there for about 5 years. Then I moved into my other home, which was Keller Williams Realty, and I was with them for another 5 years. And then I moved to EXP, which is going to be, this is my almost 4th year in with EXP. So 14 years in the business.
I love Anna. You said that was a very fast story because I know there's a lot of detail in there.
Yes. There's a lot of things in between, of course, and I'll be happy to share my story with whoever wants to hear it. But yes, there's more in there, but this is kind of the summary of how it started. And my focus initially was first-time home buyers. In fact, most of the people that I spoke to when I started my career was they were looking for first-time home buyer programs, and nobody knew it. So I started researching all of the first-time home buyer programs available in Tampa Bay area, Pasco County, Pinellas County, and partnered with all of those organizations. I was the only Spanish-speaking agent back in the day. I mean, we're talking about back in 2012 in those lists, and that's how I started building and helping that Hispanic
the old Pasco
community.
SHIP program.
Yes,
and all
POP,
those.
NSP,
POP.
exactly, all of that. It was like only 5 agents in that list at the beginning, back in the day. Of course, now it's like hundreds. Back in the day, we were only 5 or 6 in that list, and I was the only one who spoke Spanish.
Yeah, I remember when we got approved to be on that list. There was we were the only mortgage broker. It was just a couple banks that were on there.
Nothing. It was it was you. It was Envoy, I think.
Yeah, Envoy. Yeah.
Envoy and Caliber, I think.
Is that how you guys met?
No, we met in another way. But this is literally. It was just so small, the people that knew about these programs and that were willing and able to help the community, and we jumped right on it.
Yeah, we did. We did. And it was back with Christina that we met many years ago.
Yeah, many years ago. Yeah, this was a market nobody... People were afraid of homeownership, and we were right there helping people navigate the process back in the day.
And those programs, a lot of them still exist. So if you guys are wondering, the county programs exist. There's state programs. By the way, Hometown Heroes still has money in it, which blows my mind. But mark my words, it will not have money come the end of March. There is no way. Not with the amount of buyers that we're seeing coming in here. I think it's probably going to be gone within 2 to 3 weeks. But there's a lot of programs that have come out recently that, in my opinion, are better than the DPAs that Anna and I started in. We've learned a lot. And I'll just give you one quick example. There's a product that Lincoln Lending Group endorses. We call it just the 100% FHA product. But essentially, the difference in that product in all of the other POP and SHIP programs and all the county ones is you don't have to be a first-time home buyer, which is something Anna and we worked on diligently, helping the first-time home buyer community. But then those people we helped 10, 12, 13, 14 years ago, they're not on their first home anymore, but they love that program. So if you're not a first-time home buyer and you have a 600 credit score, you can get 100% FHA financing right now. So Anna knows how to do it. I know how to do it. Mari definitely knows how to do it. She does those all the time. So those are deals that you guys can take advantage of. Just reach out to one of these ladies. Don't forget, find Anna at Anna, A-N-A, 1N, 0613 on Instagram, or Mari Moore on Facebook. That's 2 ways to find them and get your questions answered. Got about a minute left in this segment. So, Mari, I'm not going to have you tell your story just yet. We're going to wait till the next segment. But I did want to mention the Olympics. If you guys are not paying attention, you got 2 weeks of good TV. You can sit down. It is great family time. We try to do it as a family and watch. My son plays hockey, so winter sports are kind of cool for us.
I'm into ice skating.
And ice skating, oh my gosh, the Americans. I'm blown away. I sat down. I couldn't go to sleep last night because I had to watch the ice dancing, to watch the Americans.
Gorgeous.
I mean, gorgeous, beautiful. I never thought I would like ice dancing, but it was really. And by the way,
beautiful.
Last night they did 90s night. If you guys didn't know it, watch the replay. All the songs were 1990s songs, which is our demo, if nothing else. So most of us, at least here. But we're going to take a break here on the Business Happy Hour. Don't forget to reach out, like, and share us, guys. Find these ladies, Mari Moore, MOR, or Anna0613. If you want more information, we'll be back in the Business Happy Hour to learn a little bit about Mari Morales in just a minute. Mari. All right. We're killing it. It's going quick. Mari, we're gonna get a little intro about you, tell your story. We've got about 7 minutes left. This show is flying. And then come back to Anna. We didn't get a lot to talk about, did you have any listings or anything you want to bring up, or anything particular to help you sell anything?
Sure, anything. You know what we should talk about? Definitely construction loans.
Okay,
and the reason why is because just this week alone, I've estimated 3 properties for a VA renovation, home sale renovation loan, a VA loan, and a 203K. So we have a lot of foreclosures coming from the market, and they need they're in need of repair. So this is a great for someone to, if they want to build some, buy a property that they can build equity on it.
Yeah.
This is a great way to
All
do
right,
it.
I will feed that into you right after Mari, and then I'll come back and be like, you have solutions, Anna. You can get it done. All right, I'm going to bring up one product when we start. Shoot it, James. Yep.
Let's get back to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, owner of Lincoln Lending Group, and his co-host, Senia Akishina, realtor with Mahara and Associates.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. I promised to tell you about one mortgage product. If there is one mortgage product this week that you need to think about, it is very unique. Anna doesn't even know about it yet. How many times have you, as a real estate agent or a mortgage professional, had someone who was on W-2 who switched to 1099, makes tons of money, has a great job, but can't get a loan? For Anna and I and Mari, it's happened many times. I'm sure you've ran into this, and it sucks because all the lenders say no, because when you're 1099, you're basically self-employed, which means now you need 2 years on that 1099 job. Correct. Not anymore. Not anymore at Lincoln Lending Group. I just secured an investor. I'm not going to tell you who it is if you're another mortgage guy. But if you work for Lincoln Lending Group, Mari has access, and now Anna and Sen have access to this program. You can switch from W-2 to 1099, be on the job 10 days, and we can close you with 10% down.
What?
10%.
Awesome.
Is that incredible?
That's an incredible program.
If I think of all the loans I've denied over the years that are good loans, it's that bucket.
And you're not getting hit with the 20% that you normally get hit with.
That's right.
When you're in a non-QM product, it's amazing.
Yes, and Mari brought that up.
happen.
No PMI on this product either. It is a non-QM version of a program. No PMI, 10% down. So if that's you, if you are in your W-2 job and you just switch to 1099, even if you're with the same employer, give us a call. Go find Mari, MARIMOR, or find her on the Lincoln Lending Group or 813 Mortgage webpage. Or text me. I'll get you over to Mari. She'll take care of it for you. And we will get you guys closed. And then Anna, you can work with the buyer. Sen, you can too. We got it. We got you covered. Anyway, I don't want to waste too much time here. Mari Morales, will you tell us a little bit about you and how you got into this crazy business that's going to make us all go gray?
I can talk about me all day. Be careful.
Okay. Make it short.
Make it short. My biggest passion is single parents. In the Latin community, listen, we can make it happen. As a single mom, and for many years, 16 years, my daughter's 18.
You did it.
Yes, I did it. Making it happen and just letting people know that it can. And you don't need to struggle, save $20,000, $30,000 to buy a house. That is no longer a thing. There's so many programs. You did mention the DPAs are 100% financing, but guess what? How about the DPA programs that are 101.5 financing? Did we forget?
Yeah, I did.
I have a couple right now. $1,900 out of pocket, people. We're making it happen. Wow. It can happen to my single parents in that community. You don't need to sit here and save forever. And that's my passion. Because when you're living with, a lot of expenses and a lot of things, you're dumping money into rent. And that is my biggest passion, is letting you know that it can happen.
Yeah, you just want to give a stable home to your children.
Exactly.
You don't want them bouncing around to apartments if you don't have to. And guys, tell me if I'm wrong. Anna, you probably know this. Apartments are not cheap right now.
No. I saved money in my beautiful 5-bedroom house that I have now from my $2,800 2-bedroom apartment in Kissimmee.
Oh my gosh.
That was tough. I saved money by becoming a homeowner.
Yeah, by the time you do first, last, and security.
Oh, it's
awful.
It's
awful.
Thank you, Anna.
Yes.
It's a real down payment. That's like an FHA down payment.
My biggest passion is telling everybody and anybody it can happen. It can happen. I grew up in a home that was 800 square feet, 2-bedroom house. Man. So when I came into my home, and I'll never forget that day, and my agent was like, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" And I said, "No, you don't understand. My house fits in my living room."
Oh my God.
So I want somebody else to feel this way. And the next day I logged in and I became a mortgage loan originator. And I said, I need somebody else to get this feeling. Because when you hustle and you bustle and you just do so much, you really want to pass that on. And that's like my deep down passion, is to just reach out to everybody. Uber drivers, yes, it can happen. Give me a call. We'll figure it out. If you're not ready today, we do a 30-day follow-up for as long as it takes to make sure that we get you to the finish line.
And I can attest, she does do that. Mari
Yes.
does not give up. Mari has
No.
turned deals around. Mari helped a 90-year-old gentleman with a reverse mortgage recently. Mari has been over to his house multiple times helping with things having nothing to do with a mortgage. And
I just took him to get a refrigerator last week. I got you. Just call me. I'm here for you.
Guys, there are mortgage brokers, there are bankers, and then there are people like Mari.
Yes.
And I'm being dead serious when I say that. Everybody in this room actually cares. Everybody you're listening to actually cares. And we want you guys to know you have options, right? Don't give up. Give yourself a chance. And by the way, it doesn't cost you money to do the application. It doesn't cost you money. It costs Mari a lot of time.
It's okay. I'm here for it. I'll hold your hand through it. We'll game plan, credit hurdles. Don't worry about it. We have lenders that will lend you 520. Call me. We'll make it happen. Anything. Just so many scenarios we can fit you into any product. We can fit a lot of situations into almost any product. We got you. Like, it can happen. Don't sit back and think that it just cannot happen. Don't look at the Google checklist. Do not. If you Google what does it take to become a homeowner, do not do that. Call me, because there's so many other things out there and so many creative financing.
What if you, Anna, had Googled whether you could buy a home when you showed up with $300?
Yeah.
What do you think it would have said?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But-
it's like, no.
Not happening.
Right. But it's that, I don't know, but I know the two of you are the same. It's the no that drives you.
Yes.
When you guys see that, you said, no.
Yes.
That's not me.
No. I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
I was in an apartment 8 years ago, and I looked at my daughter, and she's like, Mom, I'm tired of moving. And I was like, what the bananas? Okay, we're not doing this anymore. How do we avoid that? Become a homeowner. Give yourself stability. It's the whole picture.
How much did that buyer bring to the table you just said?
$1,800.
And how expensive was that house?
180.
$180. Okay, a great first-time home buyer
It is
house.
great property for them. Yes.
That's amazing.
His spouse is on a fixed income. He works his 40 hours a week. You know, he can't do a lot, but we made it happen.
I love it.
And he came to me. He said, Mari, I don't have a lot of money, but I'm tired of moving. So how can you help me? And I said, yeah, let's do this.
I love it. So you guys know who to get in touch with. You got to talk to Mari about the mortgage and about the real estate. Anna, it's been awesome having you on the show again.
Thank you.
It's gone
I love
so
it.
fast.
Thank you. It did. Yes.
My gosh.
Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, I love this energy.
10 years and
Amazing.
you had
Yes.
never met.
Never met, but
Incredible.
I know the name, and you just stuck out. So
God, this is so
Yeah.
awesome. So we're definitely going to have to get this gang back together. I have the pleasure of getting to do lunch with these two amazing ladies afterwards. Sen, you're welcome to join
Oh,
if you
thank
wanted
you.
to join us to lunch. I, can't
I got
leave you out.
contracts to handle.
Hey, that's good news. So Anna, why don't you take us out of the show? Give some advice to the buyers in the next 20 seconds. What should they do?
Find the best agent with the best lender partner that you could find so that you can accomplish that dream of homeownership. I actually want to expand on what Mary said about the tax refunds. Save that money, put that money for investment, get your home. We're here to help you.
That's it. We'll be there. Thank you for everybody for watching the Business Happy Hour. Ladies, great show. We'll see you
you.
next week with Dr.
See you.
Deturi.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, we're still on Instagram Live, so nobody go crazy yet. So next week for you Instagrammers, we're having Dr. Deepsea, Dr. Deturi back on the show, and we're going to be talking about longevity. So if you want to learn how to live forever like Anna and I, we're like 78 years old. The truth is, we just don't like telling people that. We're like vampires.
It's our secret.